We are starting out with a dense fog advisory. It goes until 9 a.m. for most of southwest Missouri, including Springfield and Branson, where visibility could drop to a quarter mile or less. The good news is, though, that the flash flood watch was canceled in Missouri, only continues until 10 a.m. for northwest Arkansas. So the visibility is less than a quarter mile in Branson, a half a mile in Joplin, some patchy visibility in Springfield. We've got clearing skies, which is why the flood watch was dropped and why the dense fog advisory was added, because the clear skies and all that moisture is what develops that fog. A couple of showers to the east this morning around Mountain Grove, Mountain Home, and West Plains. It's 71 in Springfield, 69 in Rolla, and 69 in Mountain Grove. We are looking at red light conditions on your commute this morning because of the fog. Things getting better as we head through the day today. With both fog and rain, right? Things getting better. A couple of showers and storms will still be possible at the pool. Temperatures in the low to middle 80s today. We will keep a chance of some spotty showers and storms, but they won't be widespread. Quiet tonight and warm tomorrow. Another batch of some showers and storms possible with temperatures in the middle and upper 80s, getting hotter, 89 degrees for our Saturday. So the weekend keeps a chance of storms on Saturday as the front comes back through, 89 degrees there. Trending drier and hotter on Sunday, 93 degrees. The heat is on early next week. Temperatures in the middle 90s on Monday, feeling like 105. We break the heat by Wednesday with another front coming through. Lauren?
You might have noticed a few more eight-legged friends, I didn't write that, crawling around lately. That's due to a spider outbreak, typical during the warmer months. But don't worry too much. Our Hannah Zettel has you covered this morning with spider solutions. Hannah?
Lauren, good morning. We are back here. I'm facing my fears. I'm hanging out with the spiders. You know, they're not so bad when they're in a box, not when they're out running around my house. So we're talking about how summer is the most popular time that we'll see spiders. Why is that?
Well, you have an increased activity with insects, which is their food source, as well as the heat. So the heat really drives the spiders out of their hiding spots, looking for cool spaces like an attic, and then moving down into the house.
Sure, yeah. Sure. So they're attracted to the heat, or that's a good environment for them to kind of thrive, I guess. So, and then those little, do they make like houses in those little like nooks and crannies? Like if you have a lot of clutter, would it be good to kind of clean up that stuff? Absolutely,
especially for brown recluses. They are a recluse for, name that for a reason. They hide. What you want to do is inside the house is keep it clutter-free. Try to keep things away from the baseboards, things like that. Look at shoes and stuff if they've been in your closet for a long time. Shake out those sweaters in the wintertime before you put them on, just to make sure that there's none of those in there.
Right. And so earlier you were telling me that your company here has gotten about like 800 calls for spiders. Is this year's outbreak bigger than normal years, or is it kind of on average?
I would say we've seen about a 17% increase over last year. Just this month alone, we've had 600 calls. So compared to last month of 800, it's trending upward, so it's pretty heavy.
Sure, definitely. But so again, the ones that you really want, so all spiders are poisonous, you told me, but there's some that are more concerning than others. So here in Missouri, which ones again would those be the really concerning ones if you see?
The brown recluse, of course, and the black widow. The black widow is going to be outside, something that you wouldn't see inside the house, possibly and outside of a garage, or if you have timber or something up against the house in wood piles. So be cautious of those when you're out moving wood or doing any kind of yard work around the outside of the house.
Right.
And and the brown recluse is something that you'd see inside the house. So.
Sure. So be on the lookout for those. Heath Kern, our pest expert here this morning, we're going to just finish off with one final look at our, oh, there he is, our black widow. If you see one of these, run. We'll throw it back to you in the studio.
All right, I'm rethinking that hiking trip I have planned. Thank you, Hannah. Here's what's making news now. Color 10 spoke with the man that says he's the one who held the armed man at gunpoint until police arrived at a neighborhood Walmart yesterday. That man that stopped the armed man is a former firefighter. He says he detained him with his own firearm until police got there. Now the firefighter has asked us to refrain from using his name and showing his face. He says he was carrying a concealed weapon and held the armed man in his 20s until police arrived about 30 seconds later. The former firefighter was shopping for groceries with his wife when the staff pulled the fire alarm. He says after that it was chaos. Staff were pushing everyone toward the doors. He says he's hopeful that by stepping in, he prevented something terrible from happening.
And I walked up to the grass and asked him if he was the male inside, and he stated yes, and I drew my weapon, told him to put his hands in the air. He complied, was compliant the whole time. He was videotaping on his phone, which was kind of odd, but he complied with my request that he keep his hand in the air, and he asked me to come up there and take his weapon from him. I told him to keep his hands off of it, to keep his hands in the air, and that when the police arrived, that they would take his weapon. I've been in public safety for a long time, and even though I'm no longer in public safety, I still feel that I can still protect people if I need to, and that was my intention. Hopefully my actions prevented something like El Paso from happening.
Now, the firefighter says he did not know if the armed man was ready to inflict pain or if it was a demonstration. Police say they were thankful for the quick response from both the former firefighter and officers on scene. Now, to make sure we're covering both sides of the story, we sat down with the owner of Eagle Armory in North Springfield. We asked Zach Tierhark about responsibility of gun ownership. He says the vast majority of gun owners would never do something like this, and owning a firearm is more about defense.
I'd say the whole point of either open carrying or concealed carrying a firearm is not to get attention. It's definitely not to make a political point. It's to protect the people around you and protect yourself. And so obviously, behaving like this is definitely irresponsible and counterproductive, especially with recent events.
Tierhark says there are events where people publicly display their guns, but it's usually a pre-planned event and the public knows it's happening. He also believes the man put his own life in danger by displaying his weapon in that kind of way. We also talked to Walmart to find out what the store's policy is with carrying guns on store property. Randy Hargrove, a spokesperson for Walmart, says each location abides by local and state laws. We also checked the front area of the Walmart and found no signs posted about carrying or restricting firearms brought into the store. In some more local news, a FEMA disaster recovery center is set to open today in Greene County. The center will provide a one-on-one assistance to Missourians affected by the recent flooding, severe storms, and tornadoes. If you're not sure you qualify for assistance and need help completing an application or want to check the status of your application, this is for you. The center will be set up at the Church of Christ on Center Street in Rogersville, Missouri. Hours are tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then actually Saturday's hours are 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Monday's hours are from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Missourians from any county may visit the recovery center. Before visiting, though, you should register online at disasterassistance.gov or call the number there on your screen. Mercy Springfield is holding a groundbreaking ceremony and blessing later this morning for the region's first pediatric emergency room. The groundbreaking begins at 10 a.m. outside the existing Mercy ER. The new ER will be child-friendly and staffed with pediatric specialists. The project will cost $7.5 million, all of which was donated to the hospital. Bringing crime into focus, a 30-year-old Springfield man will be arraigned in court today for a shooting that sent another person to the hospital. Cortell Scott is charged with 3 felonies, including first-degree assault, serious physical injury. Court documents say Scott and a second suspect fired 21 rounds into a home on West Lois Street in April. One person was severely injured. Police believe the victim was not the intended target. Scott is being held without bond. Now, we also have a couple Google trends to let you know about this morning that are making news on the internet. The first one is preseason football. Now, I know, I told you soon we'll be wrapping up baseball and transitioning to football, but you probably didn't realize it was this weekend.
I knew because Joe has not shut up about it.
Okay, so the Chiefs, which is who most of us have our eye on, will play the Bengals at Arrowhead tomorrow at 7 p.m. And you can watch that right here on Color 10.
Ooh.
So make sure you are tuning in. That's what I will be doing tomorrow night. Another trend we're following really quickly is one that was one of our top 3 stories. A shooter in Houston is still on the loose who shot and killed 2 people who were inside their car after an accident on the highway there. So police are still looking for that person. And before we go, we want to take one more check of our forecast.
We have some dense fog out there this morning, so make sure you're careful as you head to work. A couple of storms possible this afternoon, but I should also say the flash flood watch was canceled, so that widespread heavy rain threat is over. A couple of storms still possible on Saturday, and then we dry out, but at the expense of getting hot again. Low to middle 90s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Feel like 100, 105. So
all
it's
right.
back.
Yeah, it is back. That's all right. Be careful as you head out the door this morning, and if you need a reminder about the Route 65 rebuild, head over to ozarksfirst.com.